Okay, just need to clarify that the sound is working. If you can just say in chat, that would be great. Alright, good to hear. I'll start soon, very soon. Yeah, okay. Better get my files ready. Well, first thing I can actually talk about, but if I just get rid of this standby thing. Well, I'm just having a few small stream. Alright, let's try this now. One sec. Okay, I think I can start now. I'll keep an eye on I have Stream Chat open now, so on my second monitor, so I think this will work. Okay, yeah, it's showing up now. Alright, good, grand. Let's start this off with an environment. So I thought this might be cool. I have I'll make sure, basically, as it states, I'll be making a programming language. It'll be probably pretty cheesy on a scale of things, but it'll be one no less. Basic interpreter, stuff like that. I think at the end I'll probably find a way to set it up in Wikipedia as well. Exploring that option. He's jumping back. Alright. A few options that will be cool. Anyways, I will try this. Make a work environment for a start. Okay, just build it inside of this panel right here. Nope. Here. Okay, right in here I will make dev, my folder. And I'll use this as my workspace. So if I use BGE as the interpreter, that should work. And I know a lot of people are going to bite my head off for this, but trust me, this is what programming language is. Programming languages are allowed to be built inside of other programming languages. I mean, let's see. A good example of that is Blockly, very commonly used in a lot of makeshift editors. The MIT App Editor has their own programming language that actually qualifies as a programming language, but it is probably more likely to be built in Java than anything else. There are a lot of programming languages that are actually built inside of software, so it doesn't really matter where you build it. I know a lot of people are still gonna hate me for this, saying that, but it's true. So yeah, let's start. If we can go for a few likes, that'd be nice, but on the most part, we may run into a issue with a lot of dislikes, so I'll just ignore those and move on. Anyways, let's start with getting a terminal going. So basically the kind of terminal we'll be getting is where you type in. Actually, I'll just explain the rules of how this needs to work. If I'm going to be live streaming this from start to finish, then I need to get this done. Okay, so basically if we had an editor like this is the programmable window, this is the console. And so in the programmable window, we would build our code, and then in the console would tell us what is happening with our program. So anyways, and then of course we'd also need some kind of window that our program can run in as like a finished product, you could say. I know Khan Academy solved this problem with their interpreter, JavaScript interpreter. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Code Academy, I think, has a similar thing as well, but I've yet to see a console in those areas, which is kind of annoying. But I think you can add one. I haven't actually looked properly. There's always the pressing F12 inside of like the Firefox browser will open up the HTML panel. That's pretty cool. But anyways, that's the idea of what we'll be making. So I think what this will end up being is something very similar to what you actually get inside of the Minecraft itself for commands. But of course, I'm going to go way beyond Minecraft commands for this because, let's be honest, they're not very designed for programming and stuff like that. But anyways, I will now get back into this. Anyways, let's start. Shift A, Shift A1, Shift A, and I'm just going to add a text object. This text object is going to be where we write everything. So if I go to edit mode and put what I want the start out text to be in it. So I'll put the start out text, say // That'll be what defines what we're doing. That'll be a definition of what happens. So maybe if I type like this / or like some kind of shell to make it work like this, and this shell. Actually, let's not make it complicated. Let's just do / and then this symbol here as as what we have. Something that will explain itself. Add camera, Control-Alt-0, like this. So let's scale this down, and to make our life slightly easier, we're gonna just go to press 3, no, 1, yeah, 1. Control-Alt-0, and there we have it. R, Y, X, and that's X, and 90 to bring our thing up. So actually it would probably be a better idea so that anything we build with our little thing here, our little command module thing, ends up someplace else. So if I delete it and go to this thing here and I just add a new one, it'll be the con. console, short for. And then I just press 7. It'll be easier this way. Camera, Control Alt 0, Shift A, Alt A. Text object, scale it down, and I find it easier to put it in the very top corner. Yeah, right there. So now, actually, if we just do this, then like, I think actually this would be a better option. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we got. I hope there's no real lag. I'm not getting any errors, but still could be. I'll go back to the scene, what we have here. Now we will select the camera, and we will do an always. Oh, well, I should actually just add a property and make it a boolean. View. It'll be called view, and there'll be a property here that says if when property view is equal to true, then we can visually see our prompt. So I'll just set it to true, and I'll do a scene, add overlay scene, and then get our con, run it, and there, as you see, the little terminal window is right there. Okay, this is what we're doing. We're actually doing this. Okay, so now what we will do is let's start getting our render settings going. A good resolution would be 1080, 1920 by 1080. So oops, 1080. There we go. And just there. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I checked this invisible box. I have no reason to check it, yet I always do. Maybe it's like full screen desktop. But really, what is that amount to? Not that much. It still ends up being full screen no matter what you do. So what's the point? And samples doesn't really matter. Stereo, none. Multi-texture versus GLSL. It's probably be safe if we just ran multi-texture and not have to worry about OpenGL coming in and ruining a bunch of things. Animation frame rate, we can edit this later on, but I like to leave it at default. And frame rate we don't need to worry about in this particular tutorial, which is odd for me. But the frame rate and profile and the physics we will not have to worry about. But I will check debug properties because yeah, we may need it. Okay, so now for the letterbox framing, I say we just extend it, scale. What works better? In one's opinion. If I start this, let's see if I go like this, kind of messes it up. Go like this. It's not so good. Try extend. I'm pretty sure extend is where we go. Let's see. Get my cursor out. There we go. Come on. Okay, they both seem to be running pretty horribly. Let's see. Extend. Oof, this is pretty bad. Okay. That's not really working out too well. Letterbox. Where are my tooltips? Should be tooltips. Send. Show the entire viewport in the display window. Okay. Scale. Okay, so scale is probably the better one. Let's see how it ends up. Just doing testing to make sure everything looks the way you want it, as you want it. scaling is messing up my system. Yeah, I'd say scale is probably the better option. Okay, so right off the bat, there are a few important things we need to get out of the way. So first thing I need to do, but make sure you do not run your game after doing this, because you will not be able to. You'll have to quit Blender and lose all of your work to leave. So why am I doing this like tutorial? I don't know, but I do not want to run Blender right now. Actually, I probably shouldn't even do this until it's been properly tested, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I want to override the escape key, but I want to do it safely. So, yeah. Anyways, we should probably start getting some commands. So, I'm going to make a empty. I use arrows as my empty. So we'll use this Blender Z up, X out direction, because it works. So what we all need to do is add a bunch of these message things. So when we receive subjects that match the topic we're looking for, then the commands we need run. So messages can be added with the M key, so we just need to add basically a lot of these. In this particular instance, we're going to be using message as one of the very main things that happens, so that our logic works the way we want. Using a lot of if statements in this is also going to be valid, so expect these controllers to come in a lot. So we'll be using things that detect things like the actuator here and collision IDs, so delay will be important and stuff like that, but for the most part, properties also, but for the most part this should get done pretty easily. Right off the bat, after adding all of those in, I'm just gonna name this script. We know the dev, call it dev, con for, and we're just gonna add a game text property, and a game property as well. It'll be a boolean. I think that's I've log toggle. Yeah, so log toggle is this will be on/off, and we'll just check it on for now. So target, and we'll be on. So the target is the text property. We can't rename the text property, though. I seriously, Blender Foundation, I seriously wish you could. And this on/off thing. All key. I'm going to tap all keys, and that should solve most of the problems. If I go back to scene and I run our game, or no, it's not a game. It's a program console thing. Editor. I think it will be an editor. Yeah, this qualifies as an editor. Am I right? So, as you can see, we can now backspace and enter, and all keys will do stuff. But yeah, that's basically the idea. We'll be building off of that for now. Basically, yeah. So, basically what will have happen is when we receive commands via this thing, when we detect that the property string, that the string has reached certain amounts, that stuff will happen via the message. So we'd add things like a property here, and we'd add a keyboard, so that we know that when the keyboard, when enter is hit, enter, or return, I guess, on a bunch of other computers, but for me it's enter, that once actuated, that it'll happen. And so yeah, already text, and so I can basically just start. So yeah. So we'll have something to terminate the process right off the bat. So we'll just say end, and this to terminate, and then to make this editable later on, we can say end and then set capital T true, end set true, like that, like so. And so we can set definers later on. We will just add colon and set true, like so, and then so that we know that it's finished. Actually, let's not base this off of JavaScript anyway, so let's do that, and we'll just add this. And now it's going to send a message. This will end the process. So end pros. End pros, like so. Plus enter. So if I send subject to, and this needs to be command line we'll just send this to camera subject end. Well, send this command to it. Yeah, like that. And so that should work now. Scene. And it receives the message. Oh, I'll just remove that because this is probably the only one that edits the camera. So if I just say property message. Then game, quick game. Say end set true terminates. And now we have the beginnings of our language going. So let's try running it in the standalone player. So end set true. See, this is the problem with what we got. Our standalone player is not going to detect it because of, at the end of the day, it is all keys. So by updating my version of Blender, I should fix this, but for now, that's not going to work. So I'm going to remove enter from the process. Like that. Okay, there we go. Scene and file. Okay, just like that should work. Then, like that. So, end set colon true. Like that. Go here, standalone player. And set true won't work, so that's good. True, that'll shut it down. So we end up no enter required. Actually, that could be a very efficient programming language if you didn't have to write enter ever. So yeah, actually really could be. But just that that'll work then. So now I can add a keyboard set to escape. That should override this here, and I'll call it override. In case of an error, I will file save to this folder. And let's go find where it is. I put mine in the nope. What am I doing? This here, dev. And we need to give our language a name, so I'll temporarily call it LDev. Okay, that should work. Save my file. Okay, and now if I run a standalone player, I go over here, escape. Nothing happens when I hit escape, so I just type n set colon true, and it shuts down. And good. Okay, file save, because I just can't help myself pressing that button way too often. And maybe I could convert this to BDX later on. That'd be cool. I should do that. I will do that. Or BG. I don't think BG is a thing anymore. Okay, so there's the override, and now we start the actual process itself. So for this, I'm gonna say put the console in the corner. So it should be if I go like this. What did I do? Not that. Shift A. No, wrong scene even. Gone, and just go like Shift D. This, and bring it down to here. And we'll just not have anything in it. We'll also not have any commands attached to it. Only thing it will do is always shift select the property, this guy, and then property, copy text. To the object here, and this object will be called log. Oh wait a minute, this is CML. this here is log to log property text. Okay, and there we go. Say when enter is hit, yeah, let's try that. Limit test this and set true. Okay, that's that. Just do I'll just not worry about this now. Add it later. This is me and my environment, how I always work. So let's start picking up the pace a little. So I'll add 2 properties, and the first one will be first one will be make screenshot. Make screenshot. Equals to the value of this is this, and then take and then we'll just say take will be one definition, and we'll be take and then inside the brackets here we'll say take screen colon true. Then what we do is we send message to camera subject. Let's see this here. Yeah. Say make screenshot. Actually, back to the column. This doesn't make any sense at all. Then take screen. Take, and then we'll say save. Take screen. Actually, yeah, this works. This works indeed. I'll just say here there'll be a new boolean here, and we'll say screen import. I'll say when message is received, subject this, then and then we go property, assign toggle no, not toggle, that won't work. Assign through do that. It's on the game. Take screen colon true, and screen is now input to true. Testing, because it's not a string, it'll not assign true a bunch of times. That is good. So now that screen is set, so if that is going to be the case, now if I want to leave, I have to go to end set true. True. File, save. There we go. This imported right here. Screen import. There must also be the opposite of that. So instead of make screen, we'll call this import screen. Import screen, like so. So we're starting to get a flow going. So this is going to be export screen equal to, so we'll say this, Control C. So now big screen false. Oops, what happened? False. Control C. Message to camera. This. Sorry about this pace. I am a little tired today. Bet I'm boring you all silly. Oh yeah, I probably am. But hey, I like to have records of these things. Because it's fun. Property. False. File, save. Run game. So take screen false, true, false, false. Okay. Right. Now end set true. Okay, that should work now. So now what we need is the ability to take our screenshots. So in our folder, LDev, we are going to make a new one. So inside of this folder, let's set up our modules. So we have a bunch here, or libraries, or whatever you want to call them. So we'll take this one, screen module, screen. We'll call it screen rename dot screen lib. No, let's just rename it screen. And so anything that involves the screen will direct from this folder. So with screen, I'll also add, screen. So, or maybe I'll add another folder. It'll be rename it LDev. I'll call this one lib. lib. And I'll put screen inside of lib. So that means I should also put these all inside of there as well. Just checking the system console. Yes, we're all free of errors there. That's good. So let's say that now, if we receive the message, make screenshot, make screenshot, and so it'll be, message will end up being this, and then screen, because now that we've imported screen, we can use the screen. This will leave an option so that if we want, we can make sure that there is no screen availability. Screen, and then inside screen will say lib screenshot, lib screen cap, lib screen cap, lib screen cap, and then colon true. So I'll copy this and add controller. So we're just picking up this pace. Once we have a framework down, I'll do a lot off camera when in between recordings. Make screenshot to, wait, no, I don't need this. I need a game. Screenshot. I should probably use the Python code for screenshot, but hey, I'll just use this. It's easier. Call it nothing for now. Lib screen. I'll call this one lib screen cap. Believe that's what it was meant to be called. Called it lib screen cap, yeah. Alright, so it's there now. So if I have a file, save, I run it, and I say take screen through, and then now I say screen, and then I say this lib screen cap true. I'd like to hope that worked. So if I just go, oh, can't hit escape. Need to keep telling myself that that doesn't work. End it's end set true. I should have also set 1 as an option for alternate users. Any errors? None so far. Lib screen cap, lib screen cap. There is nothing inside lib screen cap. That is because though I spent much time in here, I skimped out here. So I need to say when property, it's just easier, property text equals the value of this, then I will send a message to camera, subject this, and yeah. If I run it, I'll just I'll just cut it off the stream for today because I'm tired, and then I'll just continue day 2 tomorrow. So.